So, anyway, whatever Paul said, and plus, she's here tonight as a solo artist, and she has a new CD entitled Schizophonic. Here's Geri Halliwell. Geri can...
Slim.
I am 170 pounds. What are you looking at? You're staring at me. What's the matter? Is something wrong with me?
No, you look well.
Well, thanks. What were you expecting? Like a cadaverous
Well, I think you look better in the flesh than on telly.
Well, I'd almost have to, wouldn't I? You see, that's a little joke I tell him myself. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to be here in America.
Where shall we begin with this story?
I don't know.
You were a member of the Spice Girls.
I was.
Let's take us through the Spice Girls. You were which Spice?
I was Ginger Spice.
Ginger Spice?
Yeah.
Then who else did you have?
That was it, Ginger. I was Ginger.
But there were other members of the group that had been on the show several times.
There was four other. There was Sporty,
Spice,
Geri,
right,
Posh, and Baby.
Right. Which one was Old Spice?
You.
Well, I've been waiting all year for that.
No, you were Chatty Spice. No, but now, you know, as you all know, I left the band. And it was your fault.
What was that like when you left the band? Were you scared?
He made me do it, if you're wondering why.
Were you scared about leaving the band?
I was.
Was there acrimony? Was there bitterness?
The only way I can describe it is like being married. You fall in love, and then suddenly, a few years later, you realise that actually your husband, you know, he doesn't put the toilet lid down, he's starting to, you know, you're not in love anymore, and it's dishonest to stay.
Yeah.
So I thought the best thing to do is to walk away. What can I say? And also, I read...
Well, I want to tell you something. If I'm married to four hot babes like them, I don't care they got the toilet in the garage.
Well, no.
The toilet.
See,
put it on the roof, for God's sake.
No, you can't. No, you say four hot babes.
Well, I don't know.
That's kind of superficial because, you know, it's not about what...
Forgive me.
You know what one looks like.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Forgive me. But I mean...
okay.
Yeah.
But can I tell you...
Are you still friends? You and the Spice Girls remain friends?
Yeah, I think it's like an ex-husband. You'll always care for them.
Are they...
You know, we had 2 babies together.
Are they still in business? They're still around, aren't they?
They're still around.
Have they replaced you? Have they got another Spice Girl for you? A replacement Spice Girl?
No, I don't think... No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, what does that tell you?
Speaks for itself. What can I say?
But how did the Spice Girls begin? It was whose idea was it?
You know, originally it was like a manufactured band.
It was like the Milli Vanilli.
More like the Sex Pistols, actually.
What about the Monkees? More like the Monkees, maybe?
A little bit more like, but then what the twist in the story is that actually we kind of took a manufactured thing and made it into something very real and personal.
It was like the biggest selling band in the world.
It was, for a moment in time, it was, yeah, and I'm very proud to, you know, come from that.
So you must have, when it came time for you to leave, and why did you want to leave exactly? What caused it to be time for
I wanted
to
leave at the end of the American tour. I mean, you can't get better than doing Madison Square Garden.
That's right.
But then when I couldn't do a breast cancer interview, I left prematurely because I was meant to be the advocate of girl power, you know, and I like to feel, you know, I mean what I say, and I felt like a hypocrite if I couldn't do that breast cancer interview.
And who was preventing you from doing the interview?
Well, basically, it was, you know, I don't want to go into the whole thing, but it was a schedule matter, and that was it, basically. And maybe it wasn't the most logical thing, but, you know, I read...
That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
It was. I've read books by American writers like Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Do you know that motivational book?
No, I don't know.
It's a big American book.
What's the name of the book?
You should read it. Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway.
Oh, I thought you were saying the guy's name was Phil DeFair and something.
No. You're funny. I reckon you should get your own show.
Feel the fear and
Someone
do it anyway.
give him his own show.
Conquering your own, overcoming your own trepidation.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we all go through scary things in our life,
Absolutely.
but you've got to conquer them and climb your mountain.
Yeah, good for you.
My album was climbing my own mountain.
Let's go back a little bit. What was your beginning in show business like? The early. What did you want? You want to start out? You always knew it was music. You wanted to act.
I think so. I was the original wannabe. You know, I was kind of like the Artful Dodger. I don't know if you're aware of, like in Oliver, always knocking on doors trying to get a break. You know, and I tried everything. I had 6 jobs a week. I was a cleaner. I was a topless model. I was a game show host.
Stop right there.
What, you mean a cleaner?
I think I actually think I've seen pictures of you naked. I think
Have
I've seen
you?
Pictures of you. Now, that was part of your topless...
Yeah, but at the time, I was a student studying English literature.
And you needed the money desperately for books.
Oh, of course, yes. That's it, yeah. That's it, you got it. That's it. And I was a
now, would you do that again? Would you appear naked for any...
I don't know. I think everyone's seen enough of my flesh, and I'd like to
maybe,
kind of...
wait a minute, speak for yourself.
Would you ever appear naked?
No, but look at me. Everyone wants to see me naked.
I'm sure there's lots of women watching right now imagining you naked.
I'm naked once a year for the company physical.
That's okay.
That's all it is.
How do you feel?
Pretty good. And then you got to be... tell me about the Turkish game show. Holy crap, what is that like?
Well, that was bizarre. I had to love that fridge.
It's an actual... What is the game show?
It's called Let's Make a Deal. It's to say you've got...
Oh, yeah, the Monty Hall kind of thing.
You know, I was door number 2.
Yeah. And they hired you. They hired you to come over and just pose with.
Yeah, exactly. I had to wear an evening dress and love that.
Did the Turks go crazy for you? I bet they loved you.
Yeah, that was the first time I, had a little bit of celebrity.
Yeah, first gig.
Sign an autograph. Yeah.
All right, so now you've left the Spice Girls, and after you moved in with George Michael after you left the group. Now that don't seem like a good idea to me.
Well, yeah, I have to say, first and foremost, George is a lovely guy.
He's been on the show. He was on the show shortly after.
Yes, he was, and he said to say hi. Actually.
Yeah, good.
Did you get along?
I found it odd. I found the whole thing odd. He just, at
the end of the day, we can't judge, each other. Nobody is perfect. And all I know of George, he was a real good friend to me. I was going for a really lonely time in my life.
And how did you meet George?
Well, the thing is, I fancied him about, 2 years ago when I first met him. I thought I had a chance, but obviously not. And
I don't think he likes girls.
No, he doesn't. But he became my friend instead.
Right.
And he invited me around for a few days, and I stayed 3 months.
You stayed 3 months at his house?
Yeah.
And where was this? In California?
In LA, yeah.
Wow. And what was that like? You just living in...
in the morning, having a cup of tea.
Now, when he said, "I'm going to the park," did you have any idea what he was up to? Hey, did you hear about that squirrel in Central Park?
I have the nuts. I heard it.
The sunblock, right? Well, you're a lovely woman, and I'd like to go on talking with you all night, but now it's time to play our game.
What's the game?
You're going to come back and sing for us. A little.
I am indeed.
Is this out now? Is it selling like $1 million? Doing good business?
It's doing good,
It's out now, right?
Yeah, it's out.
It's called Schizophonic.
You've got to promise me one thing.
What's that?
Right, you have to listen to the whole thing
in
your underwear in the kitchen and pretend you're a rock star.
All right, well, let's go.
All right? Should we do it now, after the break? Yeah?
Gonna sing. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. Mwah.
Wait a minute.
Mwah.
Thank you.